All right, so let's just talk about first of all last night. Which I feel a little sluggish right now.
Yeah,
we all went out for my birthday.
Right.
And man, we had a good time. We went to Sedona. We went to Castiglia's. We went to Jay's. I don't know. It was a fun night.
Yeah,
Definitely
fun
night.
Like I said, trying to get back some youth, but like I said, you know those videos where like they drink, like they can show the drink, like showing like what they did when they were 21, when they're 30, 38, 36. It's a different story.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was definitely a little bit of that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Harder to get out of the bed this morning.
So as you can see, we got some special guests here.
Yep.
We got my brother Joseph. Got my sister-in-law Brittney. So why don't y'all just start off, introduce yourselves. You guys got a lot going on in life, and you've been in front of the camera quite a bit. With your other endeavors, but tell the camera and the people about yourselves.
Yeah. Joseph, a lot of people call me Joe, even though Brittney hates it.
Yes.
Joe kind of.
Yeah.
It's weird when I hear that.
Right? It's funny, like everybody knows me as Joe at work. Like everybody calls me Joe. I tell most people Joe. But
I'm like,
my family's like not used to Joe
every
at
time
all.
I'm like,
Yeah. But yeah, 38 years old, married to this beautiful woman, 3 wonderful kids, which you can probably hear in the background. But it's great. We love life, we love family.
Yeah.
So it's all about work hard, play hard, but it always comes down to family with me.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
you'll hear that a lot with my tone. So.
Married for 13 years. You forgot that.
Oh yeah, sorry.
13 years.
13 years, yeah.
Man.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like 13 years. That's why I really don't stress on the years, because I'm a strong believer. It's like it's a daily thing. So it's great to look back and say 13 years have passed, but it's really a daily thing for me.
Man.
Yeah.
Not to deviate too much, but
Yeah.
I remember how y'all got together. So what's the short story?
Short story. I guess it was really on Keisha.
Yeah.
I was saying, like my sister-in-law Keisha, like she was determined to find me a match. Like she was, because you like said, she was definitely determined. And like I said, I was definitely just kind of chilling, single guy, and I was kind of the third wheel to them. Mark and Keisha, I was really the third wheel for years, and she was just aggressively always matchmaking me. So I definitely got matched with quite a few, women during that period. But Brittney's the one who really kind of like, it was like they knew I was kind of, believe it or not, I was kind of picky though. I was a picky, single guy where I just, I knew what I wanted and I didn't really want to settle. So, when I saw what I wanted, she knows I didn't waste any time. Even though she said I did, but
no,
I'll let you tell your side.
Yeah, you didn't waste a lot of time. No, a lot of time didn't go by.
But I feel like I made it clear what I wanted to.
Yeah.
Pretty soon.
Yeah.
I think that's always important. If you really are feeling somebody, to really make it known.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, I think that's what's changed a lot with the social media. A lot of people, I think, don't really show their true feelings in person as much.
Absolutely.
So that's something I'm big on.
So for your tenure, y'all did the big thing. So what's the plans for 20?
I have to turn to her. She's the big party planner for things like that. Even though I love to execute them, I generally don't think about them a ton until like we're closer to the event. But what are you thinking?
I feel like for 20, I want an experience, like with our family and friends, like maybe go somewhere. Let's all go to Europe. Let's all go to do something,
like a destination.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think that'll be something to look at.
That's the pressures of life.
Yeah.
When you're people like, let's go to Europe, you're like, man, let me make sure my finances are straight.
It's funny you said that. So I'm glad you said that though. Because like Brittney knows, like I'm not big on destination. Like I'm not. I know I like the concept she's talking about, but I don't like being put in that position or putting me in that position. Like I gotta like kind of show like I can't.
I don't know why I'm always paranoid about that, and like I like to go places, and I mean we'd be ready to go too, but like that's got to be awkward.
Yeah.
And it's also like you ever see people that you're friends with somebody and then just circumstances make it to where you don't hang out as much anymore because maybe, and I'll give an extreme example. It's like, let's just say your friend wins the lottery You might not be able to do the same things anymore.
Right.
Unless it's like, I'm paying for it.
Right.
So it's, it's just life.
That's true.
People have life. People have different bills, different, kids are in different places. So that's why I'm definitely conscious. Like Brittney knows, like I'm not at the destination. So when you said that, I like the idea, I'll be honest. But I would have just as much fun, like, going like somewhere local with family, you know what I mean? Like I'm not. It doesn't.
But it's cool to do bigger things.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I think it helps people to stay focused on their business.
Yeah.
Hey, look, if everybody's like fine with staying in the house, then everybody's just you won't aspire to do as many things and probably stay on your P's and Q's to be able to say like, let's just go to Greece.
Right.
Ooh, Greece.
Yeah, that's one thing I do.
Yeah.
Want to get off the East Coast. I've never been off the East Coast. Like I've gone to the Caribbean, down, but I've never gone west in my life. So it's
Well, maybe let's go west. I mean,
that was do something different.
Yeah, man, LA is fun. San Francisco, Oakland, to me, is better.
Okay.
I mean, they're all nice.
California is like a bucket list thing for me.
I think everybody on the West Coast is like spoiled because like. It's different times. Like, they wake up on Sunday and can watch football.
Right.
Simple things like that.
Yeah.
The weather's better.
Yep.
Much better.
It's better out there.
Yeah, I want to do more like the wildlife type things like Grand Canyon.
Yeah, I know. I was just talking about that.
Really good big national parks. Like that's my thing. I'm trying to get Brittney to see her face. I'll wait for her face to turn, but I would love to just go.
I'm gonna look off the camera. The person that will not be named. But I literally want. That's what I like to do too.
I want to do like adventurous type things like that, where like. You go to a cabin in in a national park and a nice cabin. Like they have nice cabins, but you get that outdoor feel too.
Yeah,
that's really what I want to do.
Well.
Guys trip.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, guys trip for sure.
So Kim still is alive, by the way, because so she hasn't been on the last 2 and now 3 episodes, and people like dead serious were accusing me of like kicking her off. I'm just like, I didn't do nothing. Show must go on though. But nah, we did the one with the kids, did the one with Micah. Now you guys are here.
Yeah.
We'll get all back.
Yeah,
some point,
I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Keep it going.
Yeah.
Y'all, I love you guys too with talking about like your workouts and things like that.
Yeah.
So well, we do the 4 a.m. thing.
Yeah.
Y'all wanna share your routines? Like what and we don't talk about what we did, but like what's successful for y'all? What works for y'all in terms of just regular life rotation with the kids, business, and working out? Because I know you're pretty heavy into working out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joseph's pretty heavy into it. I'm still trying to find my groove.
Right.
I feel like a lot of what I do is mainly diet controlled because I'm one of those people that I just like to walk. Like, I don't want to lift weights. I don't want to do a lot of extra stuff. I just like to walk.
Yeah.
But yeah, just controlling what I eat throughout the day kind of sort of helps me out, but still finding my groove. My husband, on the other hand,
like I want to say I do.
Down.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely working out is just. I feel like it's just like with anything. If you make something a priority, you can get it in. I mean, I'll be honest. Lately, because I've been really busy with work, and it's been tough to get workouts in, but it's it's really still just a commitment where you make those little small moves through the day to make sure you get that 30 minutes in.
That's true.
The kids know I'll get home after a long day, and they know I need that 30 minutes before I do what I need to do with them. But it's just being committed. I was gonna more say I'm still really impressed how you get your walks in. You've been consistently doing that for a good period of time. The diet control is the big one that I will say I've excelled at just because I've been on this kick for so long. I kind of like crave good things, if that makes sense. Like I don't really even crave like a lot of sugars.
Right.
Like I'm generally wanting like something healthy because I've just been doing it for
That's
like,
good.
you know what I mean? Like once you get into the same routine that people get into with bad habits, I've gotten in with good habits.
Yeah.
So it's easier for me to eat right because I'm like actually craving those things versus like
It's funny because I can't remember if it was salt. I think it was salt, but there was like some study that basically like humans craving salt is a new thing.
Oh, really?
It's like an evolution over time. It's not something we're supposed to crave. salty things.
Gotcha. That's interesting. Yeah, because I mean, we didn't. I think salt really is something more like, you know, I guess modern. I guess it wasn't like something that was given. I know I watched a documentary where they went like the Pinky Mountains or something like always in like those islands of New Zealand where they've never been off that island.
Oh yeah.
And explorers or missionaries brought salt and they were putting it like on their food. And they like it was like they lost their mind. It was amazing to see their reaction. They never tasted salt on their food, and it was like because they were just eating raw like stuff, and it was really cool. They kept going like this, like when because they couldn't even communicate.
They just wanted more.
When they sprinkled it on, they kept kind of like going like this. More. It was like it's
corrupted them. It's terrible.
Gotta find a way to make this.
Yeah, but no, it's it's definitely a challenge to get workouts in, but it's really just finding your time. I love like say you guys have the early morning. I know we talked. Me and Brittney tried the early morning because I'm more of an evening guy and have been that way for the last 15 plus years, but. It's the morning is a good time to try to get it in and you're done for the day. But it's just we got to find our groove with that.
Yeah. But you get used to it definitely.
Yeah.
But on another health note, so I was reading about oil and like canola oil, vegetable oil and stuff. And I mean it could be like speculating, but like they say that the biggest difference between American diets and like Europeans and all that is we have a lot more oil. Like oil, canola, vegetable, the seedy oils,
right?
And I guess it like really messes with your system. Like your body doesn't know what to do with it. And in other countries, because the conversation started because some guy was on Twitter and he made this long post about basically he eats the exact same no matter where he's at, but he happens to travel between America and Europe. And he says every time he's in Europe, he loses weight.
Oh wow!
But he's doing the exact same things.
Oh wow!
And then people were like, it's just because over there they have stricter requirements for like you can't. Government won't let you put everything in food the way America does. So I mean, it's crazy to think about.
That's interesting.
Yeah. No, I mean it's definitely.
Pretty much.
It's really hard in America to eat healthy. I'll be honest with you.
It is.
It's like everything's more expensive. Like with inflation, things are kind of balancing out now. Like you can actually eat healthy now for almost the same price as you had. But it's really like a thing too, where if you go to certain areas, that's what they show. Like I've watched documentaries too, where like certain areas are more obese and unhealthy because they don't even have access to it.
Yeah.
Like think about there's some areas like they don't have a grocery store. Like their grocery store is like a Family Dollar or like something like
a lot
small,
of people have Family Dollars.
Like or their grocery store doesn't even have all their vegetables are rotten. Like it's like a thing. Like where you go to these like lower income areas and all the vegetables are rotten. Like it's a real thing.
So you're just gonna eat frozen foods.
Frozen foods, processed, anything processed is kind of and it's cheaper too. But it's a real thing that it's
that frustrates me a lot though. Like even like because that kind of relates to that oil thing where like for whatever reason in America you're allowed to put way more stuff in food. Just is what it is. It's not that's not conspiracy theory.
Right.
And then you got those kids that are pretty much forced to eat all these processed foods, and it's just I just don't think it's fair.
Yeah. It's tough, but I got to throw out since we're talking about food. If anybody hasn't eaten avocados, that is the true fountain of youth. Like I've been on it for about I feel like 6 months maybe now, but it's like fixed. Like I've had shoulder pain that's gone away, but it's really
just chop them up pretty much.
I just chop them up. I mean, I eat it. One of my favorite things is avocado toast, but I just literally.
Remember we went to New York? Was that the first time we had it?
That was the first time I actually had avocado toast, but like I just put it in everything. I'll just cut up avocado on this. It's kind of like my side dish. A lot of times with fruit was for lunch and dinner.
I mean, they say it's like really good.
Yeah,
everybody knows.
It's a true superfood. It really is. I mean, it's like
cuts the inflammation.
Yeah, it cuts down inflammation, but I've been really, happy with like just my heart rate and like just the cardio part of it. It's like
I think I might try some more. I definitely like avocados, but I remember you said it helped your shoulders.
Yeah, totally.
And like from doing weddings now, my shoulders really like I can feel them. Right. It just feels like somebody's pulling on my arms.
Yeah.
So because I hold that thing all day with the camera on it, and it's just all day.
Yeah.
And I think I might try it.
Yeah, man, it's definitely a good thing. And That's another thing too. Like I actually crave them. Like it's like I really crave like avocados.
It's a weird consistency.
It is like
that's why at first it was like it's like bananas like evil cousin when it comes to texture.
Right. I'm always fascinated by it though too because it's a vegetable or fruit. I don't know what I guess it is, but it's really like a small window that is good.
Oh yeah, I know.
Very small window, like
I bought some. That's another thing.
Like when it's ripe, it's hard. Like it's not even edible in my opinion. But then if you wait like too long, it starts to get. I don't like when it gets black and stuff and all. Even though they say you can still eat it, but like I don't like it. It literally looks like it's like got like oil in it almost.
Yeah, because I bought some avocados the other day and they were too fresh. And I only needed them for that day, so I'm gonna throw them away.
You can.
And they're like $15 a damn.
Yes.
Right. Yes. That's why I've gotten like kind of the avocado picking connoisseur. Like I'm like in there like. I pick a few for like they're ripe to like 2 days or something. They're ready right then.
Did you see there's a video where I think you have to take the avocado and you pretty much I think you put it in like a water jar and it just stays fresh.
I've seen
and you put it in the refrigerator.
Yeah,
there's ways to keep
I can't remember if they
longer.
kept the shell on it still.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, like
I think you can.
I think it was.
Yeah, put them in there in the fridge, and they'll stay longer.
They do. I generally just leave them on the counter. Because like I said, I'm going through them, but
creature of habit. It's hard to get into. To see another.
But it's the thing of beauty when it's like perfect though. Like when it just like any fruit or vegetable, when they like get perfectly ripe, it's almost like a different taste.
Yeah,
like, I found fruits and vegetables.
I do like it, and it definitely fills up the meal better, almost like a carb.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's the thing. That's why.
Is it a carb?
No, I don't know. No, it's no carbs.
It's a healthy fat.
A healthy fat though. Right. So, but that's the one thing that's helping me like kind of like I guess cut up more too is that it fills you up.
Yeah.
You know, so you're not hungry like overeating. You know, but it's actually filling you up with really a lot of good stuff. So.
Yeah.
I wish I could eat them more. Like I feel like maybe if I put them in like a smoothie or something.
Yeah, it's good.
With a lot of fruit,
it's good in smoothies too.
Because it's a very.
Yeah, it's a acquired taste in that sense. Like I don't think everybody loves them, but I definitely fall in love. And so sorry for hijacking the terms to avocado podcast now. But
he loves avocados. I'm talking 3-4 a day.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, I wanted to talk about like what's life like now compared to 2019 because the pandemic it was weird because it feels like it was a year ago still. I think it's always going to feel like it was a year ago.
You're always reminded of it.
Well, so many people's lives have changed. I mean, my life's different.
Yeah.
You know, job titles, jobs, number of kids, or grade the kids are in.
Mm-hmm.
But, what's the biggest difference or some of the differences between 2019 and right now?
For me personally, working from home. Mm-hmm. I'm in love with that. I don't know that I will ever go back into an office again. I've gotten spoiled to that regard. Right. But, luckily with the kids, 2020 was just difficult having to homeschool 3 kids and work from home. And, it was a lot. Yeah. Luckily, my oldest, he's very studious. So he was able to help mommy out with the homework and things of that nature. But, right now, he's still very studious, so he still helps me with homework. So
he's definitely helping. But no, honestly, I didn't have like a major shift work-wise, other than wearing a mask a lot. But like we did in the construction field, like we didn't shut down like in that sense. Like we were considered essential workers. So things didn't shut down. Like home building went on and actually wound up booming. Mm-hmm. It was very interesting though the shift from. When everything happened, there was a big layoff actually, or they called it a furlough. Yeah. Because everybody was afraid, everything was shutting down. Yeah. But then the opposite happened where things skyrocketed. Selling. So the business shifted major so that was interesting just to see that whole dynamic of that. But the kids was that was interesting to see them. That was I'll never forget when they came home and I was they'll go back in a couple weeks. And I didn't think they did. Everybody just thought it was a little break or something, until people really understood what was going on.
Yeah,
because we just kept going to month, all to a year. It was I was just I was almost putting myself in their shoes. I could only imagine. You remember those looking forward to breaks for snow days and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. That was literally an extended snow day for a year.
One person going grocery shopping.
Yeah. It was just, it was definitely different. And then now, coming out of it, I think it's kind of really getting interesting how things have shifted in the world where like with the high inflation and you know, obviously a lot of, you know, people I think are now like worried about the recession hitting and all that.
Yeah.
That's the scary part that's gonna.
I know it sucks too because I feel like we already had that recession, but I guess we didn't yet.
No, we didn't.
So it's like if it does come, you know, it's gonna be. And I remember the last one, and that was scary.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember watching on the news when all the stuff was dropping. And,
right.
I mean, that affected our lives quite a bit, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I mean, what you got thoughts about it, just in general?
I think it's definitely signs that a recession is coming. I don't think it's going to be the same as the one that hit in the early 2000s, but you know, just the level of inflation. I mean, if you think about it, like for the most part, there was definitely a lot of people hurt during the pandemic. But if you think about it, the majority of them got bailed out.
I know.
Like you think about like anybody who lost their job didn't have to pay rent.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, you know, anybody who, you know, there was a lot of support, stimulus checks. So, believe it or not, even though the pandemic was definitely rough and a lot of people
except for like the services, like waiters, waitresses, performers.
Right. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. They got checks. Because you know what I mean? When they got laid off, they were getting support from the government.
But not your same check. Like what
agreed.
Level.
It was definitely a stressful time, but you know what I mean? Like financially, I felt like a lot of people were being supported by the government.
That was definitely the government.
Like, it was like, you know, a lot of people were really able to just kind of, you know, rightfully so, they needed that support. But this is the difference with the recession. Now there's going to be no help. So like, that's what I'm saying. Like people are going to be like in situations where it's not going to be any assistance.
When we're in the middle of COVID, they put out like a report that said, you know, Americans are going to have the most money that they've had ever.
Right.
Like just like free money. Like savings, cash on hand.
Right.
And then now they're saying it's going to be the reverse where people don't.
Right.
Yeah. But that's just to the point. Like people actually did have, not everybody, but a lot of people had way more cash on hand because you weren't going out, you weren't spending money.
That's true too.
You weren't going on trips.
Yeah.
So because you think about it, if you have a healthy social life, that's a big bill.
It is.
And when people were sitting at home, you were just stacking money up.
Yeah, that was true. That was a fact that was happening.
And they didn't like that, so that's why we're.
That's where honestly where the inflation's coming from because so many businesses were shut down or cut off because people weren't spending. Now it's like, okay, if you want to spend, now you can be spending more. Yeah. So it's definitely.
It scares me though because it's like a drug for them, right? Like if you get to a certain price, what's your like motivation to drop the price down?
Right.
And obviously you'll drop it. Like gas prices, right? Gas prices go up, but it doesn't actually relate to the price of the crude oil.
Right.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like it's not like it goes up and comes right back to where it was. It goes up and comes back down a little bit. Goes up, comes down a little bit.
Yeah.
So even if inflation gets beat, I don't know that prices will ever really get that low.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I think
back to where they were.
Where they were, right? It's just hopefully it comes down. But I think that's a good point.
Yeah, I think that.
Do you feel that? I always feel like when they get your opinion on because I know I do a lot of the grocery shopping and a lot of the house.
I'm spoiled in that regard, so you know.
But I mean, what are some of the things that you did buy? Like you do online shopping stuff. Do you see it there too? The things are more or not as much?
No. I don't really do a whole lot of online shopping, and if I do, it's not an expensive
place. True.
So,
I don't know. I'm very sensitive to pricing because if anything, I always feel like I'm a consumer for sure. In the sense, it was just I think most Americans are. That you're blessed to kind of be pretty financially stable. And like I said, I consume. We need things, we get them, but I'm very we talked about last night. I'm kind of a cheapskate at heart, so whenever
it's called a squeaker. Yeah, I think you are a professional squeaker. Buy 2-ply tissue and split the tissue apart.
Oh my god!
But it's a good thing.
So that's funny. I'm not good on that. I'll go through a whole roll of paper towel for 30 minutes. I'm that guy, but then I'm the other same guy that's I won't buy something just because it's 50 cents more, because I'm I'll wait. I'm that type of guy, I'll wait till it goes on sale. I'm that.
I'm selective. Yeah. Selectively cheap. There's some stuff
my equipment. That's exactly right.
My equipment, I'm I need the best one.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
But then, an extra $2 charge on something's gonna stop me from buying.
Right.
I don't know.
You wear that sock with a hole in it like one more week.
Yeah, as long as it's not on the big toe. The hole can be anywhere but the big toe. You know it's worse. It was funny. We were at our cousin's house, and it was like a day where I just didn't anticipate taking my shoes off that day. I don't know why. Like, I should have known. It's a brand new house. Of course they're gonna want us to take the shoes off.
That's hilarious. Oh yeah, like that.
And I just happened to wear the one sock that just is embarrassing. Now it wasn't dirty. It just had that hole,
like that Oliver Twist hole.
Yeah, and I don't think I clipped my toenails. No. And so every time I'm walking around the house, I'm like trying to skip it underneath.
That's the worst, man. Yeah, like.
And prices are so high.
Yeah.
But I did get socks for my birthday. Thanks to you.
That's funny. No, that's true. That's like holding a sock literally like makes you feel bummy. You could have like $500 in your pocket and hold the sock. You feel like a mom.
And people see it.
Right.
You feel like it's like, look, I got money. Don't
right.
I'm okay. Don't worry about it.
Right. That's funny. Yeah.
I think we got like 2. I have a little timer. I think we got like 2 minutes.
Okay.
There was something I keep forgetting stuff in my head. It was just along the same line.
Yeah. I guess.
Well, okay. 2 quick things that I think just about inflation. Number one, I feel like companies are taking advantage of inflation because of inflation, $10 is meaningless now.
Yeah.
But think about how many things cost $10 or $15, $20. Netflix, DoorDash fees. I mean, I go to pay for daycare, and it's like a $10 service charge.
Oh,
I pay the water, but it's service charge. And it's not a lot of money, but when you're a major company, you get all these transactions. They're multiplying that by however many times. They're making tons of money off the fact that we don't care about $10 anymore.
Right, true. I never thought about that way. That is where, I definitely have an issue where, like, I don't think about because the subscriptions and things like that, the little extra fees that they're adding. Then a lot of people don't know because you're locking subscriptions, and they add $2 a month that you really don't know. But you said they did that to 10 million people. Right. That's like
they made
$20 million. And $2 just increments to just charge an extra $2 nobody even notices.
I definitely feel like they take advantage.
That's a good point. I think that's a real thing for sure.
Honestly, it might be it. Let me. Can you check that really quick? What is it? How much time does it say is left? Or is it?
It just says 27 minutes.
Is it counting?
28 minutes.
Is it still ticking?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so we got like a minute and a half. So let's let Brittney. You gotta close the show out.
Oh my gosh, John.
So maybe real quick, like what do you think's gonna happen in the new year? Like
in the new year?
Yeah. What's your guess? Is it gonna be a recession in the new year or no?
Oh.
Like everybody can now get a guess.
I mean, yeah, I think it's coming. Yeah.
So you think for sure?
For sure. Yeah.
I think I'm kind of on the fence. I definitely think it's coming. So I would say yes. I think in the new year it's a good chance we're gonna have a recession, but I'm hopeful that things because if like they start lowering interest rates again, there's certain mechanisms they can do to try to stop it. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm holding on to a little hope that somebody's smart.
They're probably not going to do it, but that's what you're saying.
But even the government, the government controls a lot of this, the way they do those little mechanisms. So I'm hopeful that somebody's smart enough to we're not going to let it happen. We'll do this, and this.
I mean, I do think they're going to try to control the fall. Unless, But it just sucks because it's going to come down to regular people.
Yeah, true.
Basically, it's like a delay.
Yeah.
Regular people, we might not know an asteroid is hitting Earth, so we can live our life.
Right.
But as soon as the asteroid's coming, then we stop. So when the when the recession really hits, and regular jobs are getting cut, and people are truly broke, and then Wall Street figures that out, that we're really stop spending money. Then they freak out, and it just makes everything worse.
Right.
So, and it makes it really painful, we probably have a whole episode about it.
Yeah.
I still get upset about the last recession.
Yeah.
Dad lost his job.
I know, it changed families.
People lost their jobs
because
of this. Because basically, government's not doing their job with